If you're still using Chrome or a paid app like Dashlane to manage your passwords, this will surprise you. In this video, you'll learn how to use Apple's new password app, Like a Pro, how it compares to Google and Dashlane, how to safely transfer your logins, and how to remove old password managers completely. By the end, you'll have one clean, private, and effortless way to log in across all your Apple devices. And if you stick around until the very end, I'll share a huge bonus tip that most Mac users don't know about, something that can make your digital life feel safer and completely under control and give you true peace of mind. And don't worry, I'll walk you through everything step by step. This is Soft Switch, where we make Apple aesthetic, simple, and stress-free. Hi! Passwords have quietly become one of the biggest hidden stress points in our digital lives. We depend on them for everything from our bank accounts and work apps to streaming services and even grocery deliveries. But managing them often feels messy. Some are saved in Chrome, others are locked away in paid apps like Dashlane, and a few are written down somewhere you swore you'd remember. The average person now juggles over 100 accounts. That's 100 opportunities for something to go wrong. Forgotten logins, reused passwords, or that dreaded moment when the reset link never shows up. Apple decided to simplify that chaos. The Apple Passwords app, built right into macOS and iOS, quietly replaces third-party managers without subscriptions or extra downloads. It's private, beautifully designed, and finally gives you full control over your digital keys. And with the new macOS Tahoe update, it's more powerful and flexible than ever. There's now a version history feature that lets you recover older passwords if one gets overwritten. You can also transfer passwords securely between Apple Passwords and other managers with the new passkey portability feature. Everything syncs through iCloud Keychain and feels perfectly integrated into Tahoe's refreshed design. It's clean, fast, and still completely free. Tell me in the comments which password manager you're using right now. I'm curious to see how many of you are still relying on Chrome or paid apps like Dashlane. So here's the real question. Can Apple's built-in passwords app truly match password apps like Dashlane and Google? Or is there still a reason to keep paying for a separate password manager? Let's find out. When you open the Passwords app, it's tucked right into your Mac's system settings. And on your iPhone, you'll find it under Settings, then Passwords. That's it. No installation, no logins, no subscriptions. It's part of the system, ready to go. Everything you add here syncs instantly through iCloud Keychain. So when you update a password on one device, it updates everywhere. The first thing you'll notice is how calm and minimal it feels. There's no clutter, no upgrade buttons, no dark, confusing menus, just your saved accounts organized with icons so you can find what you need right away. The app can autofill your passwords, create strong new passwords for you, store verification codes for two-factor logins, warn you if a password is weak or compromised, and even share logins securely with your family. It's like having a quiet digital assistant that protects you without getting in your way. But wait, Apple encrypts everything locally while Google stores it online. So who should you actually trust with your passwords? Apple's iCloud Keychain encrypts your passwords end to end. Only your trusted devices can decrypt them. Not even Apple can access them. Google Password Manager also encrypts your passwords while storing or sending them, but Google holds the encryption keys on its own servers. That means it's not fully end-to-end by default, and Google technically can access the data if needed. So while both are secure, Apple's approach gives you something extra. Complete privacy that even the company can't break. It's security that truly belongs to you. Beyond privacy, Apple's Passwords app works system-wide. It's built into your device, so it works inside apps, websites, and login prompts automatically. Google Password Manager mostly lives inside Chrome, which means once you use another browser or app, the convenience fades away. Now let's talk about Dashlane, one of the most established premium password managers, and what I also used. Dashlane offers secure password storage, dark web monitoring, and even a built-in VPN powered by Hotspot Shield. It's a solid all-in-one security solution, but it comes at a price around $5 per month for individuals. In comparison, the Apple Passwords app built directly into macOS and iOS now delivers many of the same essential features for free, like supports two-factor authentication, syncs your login securely using end-to-end encryption. The main difference is that Apple doesn't include extras like a VPN or continuous dark web breach monitoring. Instead, it highlights compromised, reused, or weak passwords right inside its security recommendations panel. This built-in system still provides strong protection for most users by prompting you to update at-risk credentials before they become a problem. While a VPN can offer an extra layer of privacy, many people don't actually need one for everyday use. Apple already includes features like Private Relay and Safari's Intelligent Tracking Prevention, which encrypt and anonymize much of your browsing activity. Still, Private Relay isn't a full VPN since it only applies to Safari and limited app traffic, so that's something to be aware of. For most users, Apple Passwords covers everything that truly matters. It provides secure syncing across all your devices, automatically generates strong passwords, and supports two-factor authentication, all without subscriptions, extra setup, or third-party accounts. Dashlane's advanced features are great if you want a single dashboard that includes dark web alerts and VPN protection. But for anyone in the Apple ecosystem, Apple Passwords already offers a simple, private, and seamless way to manage your entire digital life securely. When I first switched to a Mac, I kept using Google Password Manager and Dashlane because they felt familiar and safe. But after doing a bit of research, I realized I didn't need to rely on multiple apps or pay for features that Apple already included for free. It just made more sense to keep everything in one secure place instead of trying to remember which password manager had which login. Once I switched to Apple Passwords, everything started working instantly. It wasn't just safer, it was simpler. And because it's built in and completely free, switching was a no-brainer. Everything synced perfectly across my devices, quietly, with no ads or upsells. It's like realizing that the luxury planner you bought is already built into your desk drawer. You just never opened it. If you're enjoying this calm walkthrough so far, don't forget to like and subscribe for more simple, stress-free Mac tutorials just like this one. And if you're new to Mac, make sure to watch my full course for beginners playlist. Right after this video, it'll help you get from beginner to pro in no time. Now, if you're ready to move everything into Apple Passwords, let's go through the step-by-step process. It's actually much easier than it sounds. Let's start with Google Chrome, since that's where most people have their passwords saved. First, open Chrome settings on your Mac. You can use the shortcut command and comma to jump straight into settings. Once you're there, look for the section called Autofill and Passwords and click on Google Password Manager. Inside the Google Password Manager window, in the menu on the left, select Settings. Scroll down until you find the option that says Download File under Export Passwords. Click it and Chrome will ask for your Mac password to confirm that it's really really you. After that, it will automatically create a CSV file that contains all of your saved logins. If you're using Dashlane, the process is slightly different but just as simple. Open the Dashlane app or log in through your browser. Go to your account menu, open Settings or Preferences, and look for the option called Export Data. Click it and choose to export your passwords as a CSV file. Dashlane will likely ask for your master password before continuing, which is just an extra layer of security. Once you confirm, the CSV file will download to your computer. Now that you have your exported file, it's time to move everything into Apple Passwords. On your Mac, open the Passwords app directly from the Applications folder or by searching for it in Spotlight. At the top of your screen, go to the menu bar, click File, and then choose Import Passwords from File. A window will appear where you can select the CSV file you just downloaded. Once you confirm, Apple Passwords will instantly import all of your saved accounts. When the import finishes, take a minute to test a few of your logins in your most used apps or browsers. You should see your usernames and passwords appear automatically in the login fields. Everything should now feel instant, private, and perfectly consistent across your devices. If you prefer using Google Chrome, make sure to download the iCloud Passwords extension from the Chrome Web Store. This extension connects your browser to Apple's Passwords app, allowing Chrome to autofill and save passwords securely from your iCloud keychain. Once it's installed and you're signed in with your Apple ID, you'll be able to use all of your saved Apple passwords directly inside Chrome, just like in Safari. With this small setup, your passwords stay synced and secure no matter which browser you choose to use. After you've confirmed that everything is working correctly, delete that exported CSV file right away. The file is not encrypted, which means anyone who finds it can open and read all of your passwords in plain text. Do not email it to yourself or upload it to the cloud. Simply move it to the trash and empty it completely. If anything goes wrong during the import, don't worry. macOS Tahoe now includes a version history feature for Apple Passwords, which means you can recover older versions of your saved passwords if something gets overwritten or lost. You can open the Passwords app, find that account, and restore the earlier version in just a few clicks. It's fast, private, and completely built into the app. Next, make sure Apple Passwords is set as your main password manager, so it automatically fills in your logins wherever you need them. Open System Settings, go to General, and select Passwords and Autofill. Here, toggle on Autofill Passwords to enable Apple Passwords system-wide. You'll also see a list of any other password managers you may have used, such as Dashlane or Chrome. Turn those off if you no longer want them to appear or manage your passwords. This ensures Apple Passwords becomes your primary autofill option across browsers and apps. Once your passwords are safely stored inside Apple Passwords, it's time to tidy things up and remove old or duplicate data from other managers. Open Chrome again, go back into Settings, and under Autofill, select Password Manager. Turn off the option that says Offer to save passwords. This prevents Chrome from asking to save new passwords in the future. However, here's something most people don't realize. Even after turning off that option, Chrome can still show autofill suggestions from old passwords that are already saved. To completely remove those, open the list of saved logins inside Chrome's Password Manager and delete them one by one. For a quicker cleanup, visit passwords.google.com while signed into your Google account. From there, you can delete all saved passwords in one go by selecting the option to remove all Google Password Manager data. This ensures that Chrome will stop showing any old login suggestions and that Apple Passwords will be your only autofill source. If you also use Chrome on your iPhone, open the iPhone Settings app. Scroll to passwords, tap password options, and uncheck Chrome under the section Allow Filling From. And if you use Dashlane, open that app one last time, go into its settings, turn off autofill, and then uninstall it once you're sure every password has been imported successfully. Now Apple Passwords becomes your single, secure hub for every login. Everything syncs privately through iCloud with no duplicates, no confusion, and no pop-ups competing for your attention. From this point on, your Mac and iPhone will handle all your passwords automatically, quietly, and securely. If you prefer using Google Chrome instead of Safari, here's something important to know. At the moment, Google Chrome doesn't fully support Apple's built-in password generator inside the browser. You can still autofill and save your logins through the iCloud Passwords extension, and they'll stay synced with your Apple devices, but you can't yet create a new strong password from Apple's system directly within Chrome. That password generation feature is still exclusive to Safari, the Apple Passwords app, and system sign-up forms across macOS and iOS. If you need to create a strong password while using Chrome, you can open the Passwords app on your Mac, click the plus sign to add a new account, and choose Generate Strong Password. Copy that password into Chrome when you sign up for the new site. Apple will then store it safely in your Passwords app and sync it everywhere automatically. It's a small extra step, but it keeps everything inside the same secure system and ensures your new logins stay fully protected. Check security recommendations inside Apple Passwords once a month to catch weak or reused passwords. Always use Apple's suggested strong passwords instead of creating your own. Make sure iCloud Keychain is turned on across all your devices so your logins stay synced and protected. When I finally unified everything with Apple Passwords, logging in stopped feeling like a chore. It became effortless and surprisingly satisfying. And now with macOS Tahoe's updates like passkey portability and version recovery, Apple Passwords has become more powerful and forgiving than ever while staying completely free. And because you've stayed with me until the end, here's a bonus tip that will give you true peace of mind and make your digital life feel safer, calmer, and completely under control. Most people never take a moment to set this up, but it's one of the smartest things you can do for your Apple account. If you ever lose access to your Apple ID or your iCloud keychain, you can still recover everything safely by adding a trusted recovery contact. Think of it as having a digital spare key that stays private but ensures you're never locked out of your passwords, photos, or files. On your Mac, open System Settings and click your Apple ID at the top of the sidebar. Then select Password and Security. Scroll down until you find Account Recovery and click Add Recovery Contact. Apple might ask you to sign in again or verify your password for security. From there, you'll see your contacts list and you can choose a trusted family member or a close friend who also uses Apple devices. Once you add them, they'll receive a message asking them to accept. When they agree, they'll become your trusted recovery contact. If you ever get locked out of your Apple account, this contact can help you verify your identity so Apple can restore your access safely. They can't see your passwords, photos, or messages. They simply help prove that it's really you. It's one of those features you hope you'll never need, but when you do, you'll be so glad you set it up. And while you're in your Apple ID settings, it's also a good time to add a legacy contact. This is someone you choose who will be able to access your iCloud data if something ever happens to you. To set it up, go to the same password and security section and select Legacy Contact. Choose someone you trust deeply, a partner, a family member, or a lifelong friend. Once added, Apple generates an access key that you can share with them. Keep it somewhere safe and let them know where to find it if they ever need it. It might feel like a small thing, but setting up both a recovery contact and a legacy contact is a huge step toward digital peace of mind. You're giving yourself backup access in case you ever lose your credentials, and you're making sure someone you trust can take care of your digital world if you're ever unable to. It's secure, private, and you only need to do it once, but it can save you and your loved ones countless hours of stress later on. So now you know how Apple's password app compares to Google and Dashlane, and how to switch everything over safely. Once you've done this, you'll feel how safe, calm, and organized your digital world becomes. Next, watch my video, 8 Hidden Mac Accessibility Settings that actually make a difference. It's the perfect next step to personalize your Mac and make it truly yours. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss my upcoming video all about Safari versus Google Chrome, where I'll show you why you should maybe consider switching to Safari instead of Google Chrome. This is Soft Switch, where we make Apple aesthetic, simple, and stress-free. See you in the next one.